What's up, guys? We are back for another Maverick postgame off the bench today. I've got CMU's Club Woman Rugby team. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm with Emily and Parker. Guys, I'm going to hop right in the interview. So, first of all, I just want to know what position you are and what year on the team you are. So, Emily?
So I played a couple positions last year. I was scrum half to begin, and then I was fullback at the end, and this will be my second year.
Very cool. How about you, Parker?
So usually I'm a lock, and then this is also my second year on the team.
Very, very cool. And now, if you're like me, those positions, a lot of people won't know what that is because rugby is usually, I believe, an Australian type sport. That's come down to America. I know it's very popular here now, but I think it originated in Australia.
Couldn't tell you.
Totally fine. But for someone like me who I really don't know much about rugby other than you guys are beasts and you knock the hell out of people, what would you say for someone who doesn't know what rugby is? How would you describe it, Emily?
It's kind of like football, not at all though. At the same time, it's really hard unless you play it. It still doesn't make sense. I'm still learning. So
Fair enough. Okay, so Parker, what are the main positions on a rugby field?
Offense and defense. And so with that, if you're on offense, kind of everyone plays a little bit of everything. The positions that are mainly specified are the fullback behind?
yeah, fullback's behind everyone.
So the fullback, and they're essentially guarding the try zone, correct?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're still learning. But essentially, you adapt to the defense. So it's not like basketball where your big people are always going to be in the same place and your small people are up shooting or dribbling or something like that. Those positions aren't really clear until you get into a scrum. So when I said that I'm a lock, I'm in the second row of the scrum. Our props are our workhorses, so they're in the front. And then you got our scrum half who's dishing out the ball.
And then I believe scrum is that big pile in the middle that you guys start off with in the beginning of the game.
We don't start off with it. We don't start off with it at
No,
the beginning
it's a
of the game.
kickoff.
No, it's essentially to get the ball back into play. So if there's a penalty or something like that, it's to restart play.
Okay, cool. And then kind of to put it in the perspective of more recognized and I wouldn't say popular, but more recognized American sports. In the same way you mentioned, it's kind of like football a little bit with a lot of the physicality that goes along. And then I believe it's probably also like basketball in the way where it's kind of like you're on offense and defense. You play both depending on who has the ball. Is that true, Emily?
Yeah, it's basically the same gist.
Okay, cool. And then is scoring kind of like football where you have to score in an end zone? You have to get to a certain area on the field?
Mm-hmm. It's a try zone. Yep. And it's kind of funny because you know how in football it's called a touchdown, but they don't actually need to touch it down. In order to score a try, you actually need to touch the ball down in the try zone.
Okay, cool. And then like football, I noticed the ball can only travel backwards, I believe. Is that true? You can only toss it behind you?
Mm-hmm.
See, I know more about this than I even realized. And then, okay, so in terms of school sports, do you guys go out and play against other women's rugby teams across the county here?
It's more so the state. So our boys team will play a lot of national teams, so like Montana and whatnot. But our biggest rival is School of Mines down in Golden. But we'll also play like UCCS, Denver University, so DU and stuff like that.
That's very cool. And so it's basically like a tournament style, like the way it is with every other sport here, right?
Yeah, more or less, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's weird because we did play we played BYU. So we played a D1 school, which is kind of out of the blue because no one else does that. So.
And that was like a friendly scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool. So yeah, as I'm learning about rugby here, I mean, we see you guys all the time when you walk across campus. You see the women's team practicing usually. Obviously, right now is weird because of COVID. How are you guys kind of adjusting to the COVID lifestyle? Are you guys still having practices? Is that still going on right now?
Do you want to answer this one?
Sure. I mean, we started without a ball, so we were fake passing for a while. So that was kind of weird. But then now we've gotten the clear to, pass with certain precautions and whatnot. So it's been weird, but it's gotten better. And it's just nice to be with the team and everything. So
That's awesome. I definitely understand the aspect of wanting to be with your teammates and having fun because that's a lot of what makes the game so much fun to play and to be around. It's just a normal sport. And then also, lastly, are you guys preparing for an upcoming season or any potential game or tournament?
So right now the plan is to start playing in spring, but that's all depending on COVID and the COVID requirements and whatnot.
Awesome. Well, whenever you guys do get to that, we wish you the best of luck. I know you guys are going to kick some butt. For us now, we're going to go get to our Maverick post game of the week. I'm excited to see what you guys have in store for me.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's get to it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Sydney, and today we're going to be putting Justin here through some rugby boot camp.
Oh, that was a little bit more than I was expecting. Babu! I'm done. Sid, Emily, Parker, thank you guys so much for coming on the show, showing me some drills, and getting a little dirty with me. I appreciate that. Good luck to you guys whenever season does happen or whatever scrimmages happens. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Yep, no problem.
We're out.